How we doing? Everyone doing all right? Good. It's good to see you guys all. Thanks for coming. We appreciate you all coming out. It's my pleasure to be here. It's my honor to be here in front of you guys. It's a pretty humbling experience. Right now, if there are questions that come up, I'll give some time at the end. But the session afterwards, the Chalk Talk, that'll be a little more Q&A. So if you guys don't plan on coming to the Chalk Talk and you have a question, please feel free to ask at the end. If you are going to come to the Chalk Talk, maybe try to hold it till then so I can try to get through most of my presentation here. If there's a drill or there's something we're talking about and while I'm doing it you guys don't understand, just blurt out while we're doing it and we'll go from there, and we'll try to make sure it's clear as we go through all the drills and some of the things. Everybody good on that? Everybody clear? Cool. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is just some of the philosophy, some of the things we talk about in the quarterback room, and we really break it down into 5 pillars, okay? And I'm going to take them one at a time. This slide will show up more than once as we go through this. But the first thing we talk about is taking care of the football, all right? As the quarterback, you touch the ball on every play, all right? The ball is the most important thing, all right? It's the most important thing in every single game, all right? The quarterback is really the only position in sports. You can't win a game by yourself, but you sure as heck can lose a game by yourself, all right? You would make that big of an impact on the game, all right? So when we talk, the very first thing is taking care of the football. That's in the pocket, that's when you become a runner, and that's when you decide to throw the ball, okay? So it's really those 3 facets. So it's ball security in the pocket, it's ball security when you become a runner, and it's ball security when you decide to throw, all right? So we have a couple clips here, and this might look like a routine play, all right? Let me go back to the scoreboard. It's first and goal from the 4-yard line. The Irish are up 14-6. It's what, the second quarter here? Yeah, second quarter, 9:30 left in the game, all right? We just got a punt return, got us down to the 4-yard line. I think Fink broke one here. All right, we come out and we try to run power pass first play, all right? Wake Forest does a great job defending it, all right? They do a great job defending it. It's first and goal from the 4, which means we already have a field goal in our pocket, so we have 3 points, all right? We have 2 more downs to get a touchdown. We come out on this power pass, and it's not open, all right? So here our quarterback, 12, Ian Book, who I'll introduce here in a little bit, all right, he makes the right decision. He throws the ball away, all right? Live to play another down. All right, that won't ever show up in a highlight. That won't ever show up in a stats reel. All right, but this play is important because he's living the first pillar. It's taking care of the football. Live to fight another down. All right, the very next play, we run a pin and pull scheme off the right side, and Tony Jones makes a nice cut, and we score a touchdown. All right, now the score is 21-6 with 9:15 left in the second quarter. All right, so that little play on first and goal from the 4 may not seem that important. It may not seem that sexy, all right, but it led us to a touchdown, all right? It gave us a chance to live to play another down, all right? Great job there, just a little anecdote. Great job there. We'll talk about this in a little bit, but here, right here, 12, you can see him patting his lineman on the head, all right? Here, all right, now here's a poor example, all right? Here's a poor example, all right? It's 3rd and 12, okay? There's 8.5 minutes left in the game. All right, we're up 1 score. All right, you can see the ball's on the 22. Okay, to take it a step further, we are 11-0. Okay, and we're on the brink of trying to go to the college football playoff. Okay, it's 17-10. There's 8.5 minutes. It's 3rd and 12. Okay, we had a very good field goal kicker last year. We're in his range. It'd be a 39-yarder. All right, it's 3rd and 12 here. We're trying to make it a 2-score game. All right, we're trying to make it a 2-score game. All right, we're running a simple post-wheel combination into the boundary with a check down to the back. All right, now our back, we checked our protection because of the front, so the back has to stay in. All right, so right here we get flushed out of the pocket. All right, the post is not open. The wheel is not open. All right, what should Ian do? He should throw the ball away. Or if he has the ability to get us some yards with his feet, go scramble and get us some yards with his feet. All right, but here we try to make a play that's not there. All right, and we give them an opportunity to keep the game at a 1-score game and in a critical situation, and this backside safety comes over and makes the interception in the end zone. Okay, so instead of giving our team an opportunity to kick a field goal and go up 10, all right, we are now turning the ball over in a critical point of the game, all right, and gives them momentum, gives them life, and gives them the opportunity to come down and score and tie it up. All right, ultimately they don't, okay, but this is an opportunity for us to live to fight another down, okay? I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Rick yesterday for quite a while, and one of the things we talked about is end every drive with a kick, all right? Whether it's a field goal, an extra point, or a punt, make sure that we're ending every drive with a kick, all right? So this is a great example, all right, of an opportunity missed there where we could send this to a 10-point game, 2 possessions. Next one we want to talk about is attention to detail, all right? And this encompasses a lot of things when we talk about quarterback play, all right? It encompasses a lot, okay? I want our guys to know that no detail is ever too big or ever too small, okay? The little things always matter, okay? Whether it's in your preparation, in your study, you never want to leave a stone unturned, all right? You want to focus on every single detail, all right? When it comes to our stance, our alignment, how we're approaching the center, all those things matter, okay? When we are in a run play, how our ball handling is secured, all right? Do we have two hands? Are we following it with our eyes? Are we doing the proper footwork? Is our aiming point correct? All right, if we're in the shotgun and we're in our run game, are we carrying out our fake? Are we trying to pull defenders to help the play? All of those little things matter, and all of those little things are coached, and all of those little things are emphasized, all right? We emphasize every day in practice carrying out our fakes. We want to burst out of our fake, burst 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. 2 years ago, we weren't doing it in practice, all right? So I had one of our quarterbacks, hey, during practice, tally how many times we don't burst out of our fake. And at the end, we're going to run half gassers. All right, so for every time we weren't carrying out a fake, we were running half gassers. All it is want to. All it is pride. We talk a lot in the quarterback room about having pride. Have pride in everything you do. So when we talk about attention to detail, it's about having pride in the little things, all right? It's having pride in the little things. And this is so simple, all right? This is so simple. When we talk about handoffs and being under center, we always talk about keeping our off hand in, all right? So you can see right here, as soon as Brandon reverses out, you can see that off arm goes right to his chest plate, all right? Right to his chest plate. You don't want to leave it out, okay? You don't want to leave it out because you don't want the defense to know where the ball is. That hand goes right to his chest plate, all right? He should be reversing out to 6 o'clock. That's exactly what he's doing, all right? You can see on the handoff his eyes following the track, all right? If you go back a step, this is a 4-minute situation. There's a minute left in the game in the fourth quarter. All right, Brandon has great eye discipline here because if something were to happen on the exchange, he'd be the first one to see it and be able to get on that ball. All right, so first he reverses out to 6, which is exactly what we want. All right, his offhand comes into his chest, and he's very disciplined with his eyes through the handoff. Same thing here from the other side. If you're the defense, all right, watch Ian's ball handling, okay? Right here, first thing, seats it with 2 hands, all right? As the ball gets extended, his left arm comes to his chest, so there's no left arm out, all right, where a defense can now know it's 100% a handoff, all right? Watch his eyes at the top, all right, following the back, securing the handoff, all right? And then he comes around carrying out his naked fake, all right, carry out his naked fake. Now, when we talk about carrying out our fakes, all right, now I would like him to burst a little bit further, but the initial burst, if you watch it from the end zone, okay, he's reading number 20. All right, he's reading number 20. You can see, if I slow this down, Ian's burst out of this fake makes 20 hesitate just for a count. Just for a count, that's all you need, is that hesitation, okay, or that approach that Ian might be carrying the ball because of the tempo that he's bursting out of that mesh with, and that's able to spring Dexter free there. 20's eyes go to Ian because Ian's bursting out of his mesh. If he just gave this ball and stood there, 20 makes this play for no gain. All right, instead it bursts through to the second level and we get 20 yards on it. All right, so it's those little details that matter. Now here's just a clip from practice, all right, of us emphasizing it, okay? We want to burst and we want to run 5 yards past the line of scrimmage on every single handoff, on every single fake, all right? And that's something that's coached constantly throughout the week, whether it's spring practice, the season, camp, every single day we talk about that, okay? Everyone good so far? Good? All right, next one we're going to talk about is sense of urgency, okay? And when we talk about sense of urgency, it's really playing with passion, okay? It's playing with energy and passion, okay? When your quarterback goes out there and plays with passion and has energy and is celebrating and is supporting his teammate, all right, that is going to resonate with the rest of the team, okay? When you're the leader, when you're the quarterback, and you go out there with purpose and energy and a sense of urgency in everything you do, the rest of the team is going to feed off of that, okay? When the quarterback's doing those little things, when he's willing to show his effort, when he's willing to celebrate and have excitement and do those things, it gives the rest of the team a great deal of confidence, okay? The best example I can think of is Baker Mayfield. You can like him, you can love him, you can hate him, it doesn't really matter, but that guy busts his ass every day for his teammates, and he plays with great energy, all right? Brett Favre was the same way. He played with great energy and passion and love for the game. So when we talk about sense of urgency, that's really all we're talking about, all right? So this was right. We're up 31-17 with 8 minutes left in the game, fourth quarter. Huge game at home versus Stanford, all right? We just got an interception, so it's a sudden change, all right? We call a throwback to the tight end here. All right, we call a throwback to the tight end here, and we score to go up 38-17. All right, I just want you to watch Ian. All right, I just want you to watch Ian and his excitement and him celebrating with teammates. All right, so sense of urgency isn't about himself; it's about sharing that love, all right, and that passion for playing this game with your teammates. And you can see the teammates feeding off it. Those are his offensive linemen that have busted their ass all game, protecting him and giving us a great run game, and they are feeding off each other's energy, okay? So when we talk about sense of urgency, it's just playing the game with passion, all right? It's showing that you have enthusiasm for what you're doing, because the rest of the team is gonna feed off of you. All right, you make this thing go. So if you don't have good body language and you don't have good energy, well, shit, the rest of the team's not either, okay? But if you come out and play with passion and play with heart, then the team is. All right, little plays like this. Ian misreads this. He should be giving this ball, all right? But for him to break a tackle on a defensive end and try to find a way to get this ball on the perimeter, plays like this give your team confidence, all right? Playing with urgency, playing with passion, playing with some heart, okay, gives your team energy, all right? People are going to feed off this. Here's a clip of Brandon from 2 years ago, all right? Give on the handoff, all right? Josh Adams breaking it. Brandon sprinting down the field to go celebrate with his teammates, all right? All 95 guys on the sideline watching that game see that and feed off that. The rest of the 9 guys behind him are feeding off of that. Okay, so when we talk about sense of urgency, it's about playing this game with passion. It's about playing this game with a great deal of love, all right, and respect, and getting your teammates to come along with you. This was yesterday in practice, all right? Ian's in a red jersey for a reason, all right, but we're running a reverse here, okay? Ian's job is to seal that end and make sure this play gets started. All right, when your quarterback's willing to do those things and show that kind of effort to get plays started, the rest of the team is going to feed off that. If they see him busting his ass that way and carrying that much, when they have small details and small jobs to do, they're also going to perform them. All right, so this is a great job here. You can see he's outmatched. He shouldn't be blocking. That's not what he does. That's not why he's here. All right, but when he's asked to do it, he's going to go do it and make sure that the play gets started. All right, the next one is defensive identification. And a lot of times people ask, hey, you know, what's the learning curve like for a quarterback at Notre Dame? What's it like going from high school to college? The speed of the game, the speed of the game. Well, to me, the speed of the game isn't really the big difference. All right, the difference is the speed at which the defense is moving and doing different things. You're going to be exposed to looks, coverages, pressures that you didn't get in high school. Okay, so as soon as you can start to learn defensive identification, understanding coverage, pressure, checks, those type of things, that's your quickest way on the field. And that's what slows the game down. It's not about the physical speed of, oh, this wide receiver is so much faster than my wideout in high school. No, it's about the defensive movement and the defense playing different coverages that you're not used to. All right, so as you get used and learn the identification and the coverages and the pressures, that's what gets you on the field. Young quarterbacks always ask, how do I get on the field? How do I get on the field? Study your playbook and learn the defense. Learn why the defense is running these coverages and how our plays are built in to attack them. All right, so just a couple looks here. All right, we're running a basic pin and pull play into the boundary. Ian knows if we get a rotation look, all right, if we get a rotation look that takes us off it, we're going to check the run away. All right, we're going to check the run away. All right, so we know that's built into that week for that game plan, okay? So safety comes down. Ian knows that triggers me to check away, all right? We check away, we get into the right play, and we have a big successful gain, all right? I told these guys a while ago there's going to come a point, all right, when you're going to be more fired up about checking into the right run play and it bursting than you throwing a touchdown. All right, there's something cool about recognizing what the defense is in, understanding what your check is, getting to that check, and then allowing the play to hit. All right, there's going to come a point where that becomes more exciting to you than throwing a touchdown. All right, so here's a great example. We got weak rotation. We check away from it. We get a big gain off the weak side. One more clip here from 2 years ago, the Michigan State clip. We have a play action shot called. We knew first and second down, we're calling play action shots. We're going to pair those with some of our run game. If we had pressure where we're going to lose our back because he has to now stay in protection, we were going to check to a run away. All right. So here, Brandon does a great job with pre-snap recognition, great job with communication to the offensive line, to the receivers, to the backs. All right, we check the play and we get a big gain. All right, and we get a big gain. Add 15 on it for a penalty for roughing the passer. All right, the last one is confidence. All right, and this is probably the most important quality you can have as a quarterback, or the most important trait that you can have as a quarterback. All right, you have to have the belief in yourself. All right, you have to have the belief that whatever play is called in whatever scenario, that you're going to go out there and execute it. All right, it might not be your first read, it might not be your second read, but you got to be able to check that ball down. All right, you have to have confidence, all right, in what you're doing, okay, and who you are, and being that person every single day to play quarterback. All right, you can't go out there timid, you can't go out there unsure. You have to go out there with the attitude that you are going to execute the play called. You are going to find a way to get the job done, regardless of the circumstance. All right, this quote on the very bottom is one we talk about a lot in the room. All right, it's a Drew Brees quote. He said it in an interview, I don't know how many years ago, but he said, "My job is simple: to convert third downs, score touchdowns, and to take care of the football." That's the quarterback's job. It's always been the quarterback's job, okay? So when you think about it that way, it really simplifies it, right? There's a lot of things that make that difficult, and there's a lot of things that you need to overcome, but that's what your job is to do. You want to convert third downs, you want to score touchdowns, and you want to take care of the football, all right? If you get completions and you get first downs, those leads to drives. When you get good drives, those lead to touchdowns, all right? So all of those things build off one another, all right? So just confidence here, just to show a couple clips, all right? You have to have the belief that you're going to get the job done, all right? So here's an example of a tight window throw, all right? The mic does a great job of pushing to get underneath this throw, all right? The mic's not really part of the quarterback's read, but number 20 for Stanford was a really good athlete and a really good coverage linebacker, okay? So this flat player's down, so that takes Ian to the sail route. All right, he does a great job of throwing it over top the underneath defender and in front of the over top defender. All right, that's confidence and belief in his ability to make things work. Here's another tight window throw. Okay, we get safety rotation away. We know we're trying to work that switch release inside vertical. All right, here's anticipation and confidence in his ability. All right, this throw is right on his front breastplate. All right, leading him right in front of that defender. All right, confidence to make these tight window throws. Not dangerous throws, not throws that are going to put our team in harm, but confidence in his ability to put the ball where only we can get it. All right, only we can get it. We say it all the time, there's no defense for the perfect throw. All right, there's no defense for the perfect throw. So understand when those throws happen. All right, now this is the end of the game. All right, 4-minute situation. We were trying to get a last first down. We call a pass play. You know, we say, hey, take care of the ball, take care of the ball. All right. Ian, at this point in the game, was playing a heck of a game. He's trying to make something happen. He ends up flipping it to the freshman running back here, who never had a career catch for a big conversion late in the game, all right? But this is confidence. This is him playing with confidence and trusting in his ability, okay, and trusting in his ability. Talk about Brett Favre earlier in the presentation, and that looks a lot like what Favre would do there. This is a third down and long, 3rd and 10, right in the second quarter. We're losing 10-0. We need some life. We need conversions. We need something to go our way to get us in this game. All right? We call a play. They give us a coverage we weren't expecting. Ian does a great job of keeping the play alive, scrambles out, finds a way to get us a first down and a critical down. All right? Toughness here on the sideline to lower his shoulder and get it done. Okay, I'm going to go through this a little quicker, all right, because there is some overlap once we start talking about the characteristics of a Notre Dame quarterback, and I'm really just going to talk about 2 of them right now. All right, I really just want to talk about 2 of them. All right, the first one is toughness, okay? And when you talk about quarterbacks, a lot of people often say or shrug or shake their head, hey, they're not tough, they're the pretty boy, they're the people in the red, they don't get hit. All right, well, you have to be the toughest guy on the team to play quarterback. All right, both mentally and physically. No, you are not. Your body is not taxed as much as an offensive lineman is. That's completely true. All right, but mentally, you have to be tough enough to ride the roller coaster of the highs and lows, because you are going to get all the blame and you're going to get all the credit. Okay, so the first thing is mentally being tough enough to withstand that, especially at a place like Notre Dame. okay? You need to be mentally tough enough in who you are and confident in who you are to be able to withstand that, okay? You also need to be mentally tough enough to be coached hard, right? As a quarterback, you should want to be coached hard. You should want to have the best expected of you, okay? So being able to have that mental toughness to take that coaching, understand that it's with your best interest in mind, okay, it plays a huge role in being a quarterback. And then you need to be physically tough. You need to understand it's 3rd and 7. I'm hanging in this pocket until the very last second, taking the hit and delivering the ball on time. You need to understand there are times where you're going to pull the ball or scramble, and like the clip we just watched, you have to lower your shoulder, all right, to get a first down, okay? You need to be a tough dude to play quarterback. And the tougher you are, the more your teammates are going to want to play for you. The tougher you are, the more your line is going to want to block for you. The tougher you are, the more your wideouts are going to want to get open for you, okay? So as tough as you can show that you are, all right, that's going to make your teammates want to play for you. All right, so here's the situation, all right? You can look at it right now. It's 3rd and 11, all right, first quarter, second drive against Northwestern. We had a fumble on the first drive, so it's really our first drive of moving the ball, all right? 3rd and 11, we run a flood concept to the field. We should have probably thrown it underneath. We turned it down. Ian scrambles here, all right? Watch it from the, we can watch it from the wide first, all right? Ian scrambles here. At the very top of this run, he takes a knee right to the rib cage, all right? Suffers a rib injury. You can see him right here. He's getting up a little slow, right? You can see right there, Ian's getting up a little slow, all right? Suffers a rib injury that's going to ultimately cost him playing the next week, all right? Ultimately cost him playing the next week, so it was fairly painful, fairly something that, well, there was something wrong in there. You can see right there on the replay. Takes a good shot right to the rib cage. Well, guess what? You have to be tough. It's 4th and 2 now. We're going for it, and we need to convert. All right? So, yeah, he could be in pain. He could say, I need a blow. He could say, no, I'm out. No, it's 4th and 2. He comes and throws a strike on a slant for a conversion. All right, and we go down and kick a field goal to get the first points of the game. That's the very next play from the one we watched. All right, fast forward 3 quarters. All right, still hasn't missed a snap all game. All right, most critical down of the entire game. It's a 3-point game. There's 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. All right, it's 3rd and 5. Well, guess what? We call split zone, and Ian gets a pull read. All right, you could say, hey, no, my ribs are hurting. I'm in a ton of pain. I'm not going to pull this ball. I'm giving it. I'm going to let the running back take it, all right, and we'll let it go from there. We'll kick a field goal, and hopefully they don't score. No, his read dictates him to pull, and we seal the game with a 25-yard touchdown run by the quarterback who's got injured ribs. All right, he could have very easily tapped out, could have very easily said, no, I'm going to give this ball to the running back, but he cares too much about his teammates, and he's a tough dude, and he's going to go play through that. All right, the last one I'm going to talk about here, just competitive greatness, and this is a John Wooden quote. It comes from him. All right, it's being able to consistently perform at your best, all right, when your best is required. Okay, so it's being able to consistently perform at your best when your best is required. All right, and this is ultimately how quarterbacks are judged, okay? When the game's on the line, when your team needs you, are you able to come through, all right? When it's the 4th quarter, okay, and you need a 2-minute drive to go down and win the game, can your team count on you, all right? I mean, Tom Brady, in my opinion, is the greatest quarterback of all time, okay? And whoever wants to argue with me on that, I welcome you upstairs to have that argument, all right? But he has time in and time out shown up for his teammates in the most critical times, okay? Whether it's a 2-minute drive, whether they're down big in the Super Bowl, whether it's an AFC championship game where they need a 2-minute drive or they need one throw on 4th down, he's found a way to get it done, all right? So he has consistently proven, all right, that he can play his best when his best is required, all right? And that's huge for a quarterback, all right? So here, take a look at the situation. It's 14-12. There's 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. All right, it's the 4th quarter, it's 3rd and 5, okay? We have not led for 1 second of this game, not one. We have not been in the lead. All right, on the very first drive, we took, what, a 17-yard sack that set us back, okay? The next drive, we get the ball back. He thinks he's Johnny Manziel. He's running around. He throws a pick to a defender he can't see. All right, that's how we started the game. All right, in the third quarter, we call a play action. He gets hit as he's thrown, goes right to the safety for a second interception, okay? So things weren't going our way, but we kept chipping away. All right, and now we have an opportunity, thanks to our defense too, all right, to get us in position to win the game. All right, so it's 3rd and 5, 6.5 minutes left in the game. We need a big first down here right at midfield. Need a first down, need it. All right, they bring a 6-man pressure. We knew all week when they bring 6-man pressure, they're going to play this 2 under 3 deep and bail outside. Okay, so he's disciplined with his read, all right, and delivers a ball on 3rd and 5 to the GOG or the out backside to Miles Boykin. 3rd and 5, huge play in the game. Stays in the pocket, guys bearing down the pocket, no flinch, delivers a strike right when it's needed. All right, 1st down. Next play, very next play, 1st and 10. Very next play. We call that same play action that we got hit on earlier in the game. It was interception, all right, to try to get us a ball over the top. They give us the look they want. We get quarters. We know our first read's that post, all right? Down 2, haven't led all game. Throw the perfect ball over the shoulder to take the lead for the first time all game. All right, competitive greatness. When your best is needed, are you able to perform? All right, are you able to perform? One more scenario, 3rd and 12, all right? Again, we're up 7. We should be up 10, but we threw a pick in field goal range, if you guys remember, all right? 3rd and 12, there's 5 minutes, 14 seconds left, all right? We call a draw play, all right? We call a draw play, all right? Right here, do you think we're going to get 12 yards? Do you guys think Ian's going to get 12 yards? No, I don't either, all right? But when your best is needed, can you perform? Can you perform? We sidestep a tackler, get vertical, and extend the ball for a 1st down on 3rd and 12 in a 1-score game. All right, in a 1-score game. All right, the next 2 plays, we run it. All right, 2 plays later, it's 3rd and 6. We're in a 4-minute offense. They want to bring blitz 0. They don't peel with the back. We're disciplined with our read. We're not panicking because it's blitz 0. We're disciplined with where our eyes should be. They cut the back loose. We deliver the ball. We have a 50-yard touchdown to seal the game and to go to the college football playoff. All right, so can you perform when your best is needed? Those are 2 examples from this season where we needed the best from our quarterback and he was able to deliver. All right, and those characteristics, they don't just go for a quarterback, they go for any position. Whether it's a wideout, offensive lineman, linebacker, safety, kicker, it doesn't matter. All right, competitive greatness can be in anyone, right? And it's just performing your best consistently, all right, when it needs to happen. All right, when it needs to happen. All right, everyone good on those? So those are just some overbearing themes, some pillars, some characteristics that we talk about, all right, in the quarterback room. Does anybody have any questions on that as I start to transition to the next part? Everyone good?
15 minutes.
All right, good. All right, so 15 minutes. Book, why don't you come out here? All right, guys, this is Ian Book. This is number 12 we were just talking about. He's our quarterback here. Casey and Harrison are two of our senior managers that have helped with the quarterbacks last couple of years. These guys work their tails off, so give them a round of applause, too, as they help up here. All right, so real briefly here, I'm just going to talk about our stance, all right? And as we talk, you just hang out for a second, all right? As we talk with our stance, first thing, under center. I don't know how many guys you do under center stuff still. All right, but when we talk about it, feet should just be about shoulder width apart, all right? Maybe a little wider, whatever's comfortable for the quarterback, all right? There should be a slight stagger about left toe to the instep of the right foot, all right? A slight stagger. I'm not a big, wide stagger guy. I think you can get off balance. You can lose the snap. All right, just a slight stagger where it's left toe to instep of the right foot. All right, nice slight bend in the knees. You want to have a strong base. All right, strong lower body. About a 30-degree angle in your back. All right, just a nice, easy 30-degree angle. Chest and eyes always up. All right, your chest and eyes always need to be up so you can see what's going on. All right, but you should be able to sit in this stance for 20 minutes. All right, this should not be a stance where your legs are burning. All right, you should be strong, but you should be comfortable. All right, you want to be able to get underneath the center and be strong and comfortable. Okay, it varies by center too. At times, all right, you're going to be under a guy that's short. All right, you got to bend your knees, get under there, give top hand pressure, and lift him up. All right, so you can see Ian's stance here. It's squared up. All right, his left toe is on his instep of his right foot. Good knee bend, eyes up, chest at about 30-degree angles. All right. You can look at this side by side right here, all right? You can see the difference, all right? To me, Phil's feet are too close together, all right? We need to widen his base out, all right? We need to widen his base, all right? There's a lot of forward lean in Phil's. It's not as much sitting down. There's more forward lean on his toes, all right? So you can see the contrast in 2 stances, all right? The other thing is Phil's 6'5", Ian on a good day 6 feet, okay? So there's a difference there, right? Everyone's different, but we want them to look as similar as they can, all right? And we talk about having short centers. All right, here's a look. I mean, that ass is as low to the ground as you can be, all right? So Ian's got to sink a little bit more. I wish right here just a little more top hand pressure to get yourself back into that comfortable position, all right? So a little more top hand pressure. One, it tells the center, hey, this is where I want the ball. Two, it's going to help get you into that more comfortable position, right? But you can see we have to be able to adapt, and this is the same exact stance as we had with the taller center. It's just we're a little bit more bent, just a little more bent. But our feet are the same, our chest is the same. All right, we're still in a strong, good base. All right, in the shotgun stance, not a lot changes. All right, obviously we're not under center, but our feet should be the same way, a slight stagger. I don't love a big stagger, a slight stagger, left toe to right instep of our foot, all right? Knees slightly bent. All right, we're at a depth anywhere from 4.5 to 5 yards usually, all right, touching somewhere on the paint. All right, the biggest thing and one of the key things with our stance in the gun is you always want your hands up, eyes up, hands up, okay? If you bring a guy in motion, your hands don't drop, all right? You don't want to be here and then raise them on the cadence, all right? You want your hands up the whole time so whatever you're doing, there's no indicator to the defense, all right? You want to give them no tell that the ball's coming. All right, really good defensive teams that we play, all right, they'll move on our hands. So if we're a team that we're lazy and we're here and on the snap we're putting our hands up, well, guess what? They're going to roll. They're going to show their pressure as soon as our hands come up. All right, but if we're here and we're doing everything with our hands up, all right, they can never tip it. They can't get a beat for when the snap's coming. All right, so that's really important as we talk about taking a snap from shotgun. All right, just keeping your hands up. All right, so you can see here, side by side, maybe a little more knee bend in 15, but he's a big, tall guy. All right, being able to react to the ball. All right, being able to react to a ball. All right, the other reason I like having not as big of a stagger is I think you're in a more athletic position when your feet are more squared. All right, you don't see shortstops playing this way, right? You see them here with a good squared base. All right, so they can react laterally. So if I have a bad snap, I can react to both sides. All right, I can react to both sides. Good, all right, so drill work. The first thing we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna need your case and book, you guys are up. All right, the first thing we're gonna talk about, all right, is a base drill. All right, is a base drill. So the setup's easy, we have it right here in front of you. All right, you're really just gonna line 4 agile bags, all right, together, all right, parallel to the line of scrimmage. All right, the quarterback's gonna start right in the center of the bag. All right, right in the center of the bag. All right, so he'll straddle the bag to start. All right, and then I'm going to move him, all right? I'm going to move him, okay? So part of it is it works our feet, all right? Part of it works our feet, and we're trying to keep our base the whole time, all right? It then trickles to an upper body rotation drill, all right? So when we get ready to throw, all right, I want to make sure that I'm getting my target line set and getting my front shoulder to my target, all right? We're emphasizing a short step to no step with that front foot, and then it's really, really a good drill for getting our backside into our throws, okay? When we do this drill, the quarterback shouldn't be stepping over the bag, all right? We want to work it so when he throws, all of his power is coming from that back hip. All right, so with having the bag straddling your legs, it doesn't give you the ability to step over the top. So as we'll do it here in a second, as Ian throws, you want to see that back hip powering his throw. Okay, his back hip power in his throw. So it's really good if you feel like a quarterback's not getting his lower body, not getting his backside into his throws, it helps train that. So we'll give a couple demonstrations, then I got a couple clips of it as well, all right? You good, Hoss? All right, here we go. Left, back, back, ball. Do one more. Okay, just back up a little bit. Good. Here. And you can see when the clap comes, all right, Ian's front shoulder is rotating to his target, okay? So when he's moving, it's front shoulder rotation, all right, at his target, and then his back hip's coming through. Casey, why don't you come left? All right, why don't you come left? Because left is really, all right, it's much more difficult here. It's much more important that you reset your feet to get to your target when you're working left. It's easy on the bags to get right. When you're doing this and this, now you need to come left. All right, I need to reset my shoulder so I'm always stepping at my target line. All right, always stepping towards my target line. And you can see his back foot never crosses the bag, all right? All of his power, all right, is coming from his momentum and his torque in his upper body, and then his back hip finishing violently through that throw. You didn't want to catch Harrison? All right. Good. Ball. Good catch. Is that on you? Good. All right, so we have a couple clips here. All right, a couple clips here from practice, all right, where you can see it being done just like we just demonstrated, all right? So you can see from this view, right when the clap comes, you can see Ian snaps his front shoulder to his target, all right, to his target. All right, you can see right there that back hip popping through, all right, and bringing his momentum, all right, getting that power from the backside. Right there, the rotation of his upper body, all right, transfers down into his legs, and you can see the back hip right there with the violent finish to snap through, all right, to snap through. Here it is going right from the backside. Front shoulder to his target, backside pulling through, all right, backside emphasis, getting that power from his right hip, all right, finishing through. All right, any questions on that drill? Any questions there? Good. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is a scan drill, all right? Hey, can we move those bags? All right, and this one's pretty simple, all right? If you have people to do it and to set it up, all right, and you have enough bodies to catch it, it gets a really good drill, all right, to simulate pass concepts for a quarterback that's either struggling with a pass concept. If you're installing something for the first time, it's a good way to get those reps before they're in 7-on-7 or team. If you have a developmental quarterback, that might be your second or third team guy that isn't getting as many reps, it's a good way to steal and cheat reps for him, all right? But essentially what you're doing is you're gonna set people up, all right, into the location of a concept, okay? So as, Pat, I need you. All right, so here, Book, we'll put you right here. All right, we're just gonna go curl flat, all right? So you'll be in my flat here, back up to just inside of that. Pat, you'll be right over the ball, all right? You'll be right over the ball. Widen out, back up, like to that. All right, so what we're gonna do now, all right, is when we snap it, all right, I'll give an indicator behind the quarterback. Casey will be 1, Harrison will be 2, Pat will be 3, or a voice command, all right? In the curl flat beater, if we get Tampa 2, we know right now the ball is going to our middle sit. All right, so Pat can be 3, all right, or he can be the Tampa 2 beater, all right, if I yell it, all right, if I yell it, all right. Now, if I told you it was too high, who would become number 1? Pat would become number 1, and then 2 and 3 would be outside, all right. If it's 1 high, 1 and 2 are outside, Pat's 3 inside, okay. So what this does is we're trying to teach curl flat, all right, but hey, we're not gonna get a rep of it today, or our third string quarterback needs a rep of it, or we're just putting it in for the first time, and so instead of the first time him seeing it is during team, we can walk through and we can simulate the drill as much as we can. All right, so if we show it, all right, eyes down, eyes down. All right, we'll go 2 high, so Pat's 1, 2, 3. All right, you good? Eyes down. Good. All right, so we'll show it here. Back up. He's good. Face up. Yep. Ready? Good. So as he goes through his progression, if he doesn't get hands or if he gets a wave, he's moving through. So his first read on his drop might be Pat. If Pat waves, I'm moving through my progression. If I get hands flashed to me, all right, now he's going to work to that spot. All right, snap it to yourself. All right, if you have an extra person, all right, Pat's dead here, now you can put somebody to be the simulator, all right? So we're reading curl flat, and now I'm the curl flat player. All right, so go ahead. If I'm sinking into the curl zone, now he can see that and react. All right, now he can see that and react. You snap this one. And then as you get going, and if you have bodies to do it, it's great. You know, you get the other quarterbacks doing it. Now you can add, all right, movement. All right, you can add movement. All right, so go ahead. So now he's dropping. I'm making step up, step up, step up. I'm making him move in the pocket, all right? Not dropping his eyes. We want him to be able to move in the pocket and keep his eyes downfield on his progression, all right? So I'll show you some clips of it from practice, but you can add a person as your read, and then you can add movement, all right, to enhance the drill. Again, you need a lot of bodies to do this, all right, but it's a great way to cheat reps for young quarterbacks and when you first install. All right, so here we're working a drive, dig, check down concept, all right? So this first read is his drive. All right, you can see right here our manager Adams waving him off, all right? Second read's the dig, all right? He's coming inside, throwing the dig. Now, second rep, we're gonna add some movement, all right? So first reads the drive, doesn't have it. Second reads the dig, he waves him off. Step up in the pocket, find your back, all right? Find your back, find your check down, all right? Check down's your best friend, all right? These drills help you always understand where that's gonna be, all right? So here, subtle movement in the pocket, sliding to his right, first reads the drive, he gets hands, he knows that's where the ball goes, all right? That's where the ball goes. Same thing now that we just showed you on the field, here's a curl flat combination. All right, curl flat combination. His first reads inside because it was too high. He gets the wave. Second reads the curl flat. Curl shows hands. That's where the ball goes. Again, you add movement to it. Here it is, upfield rush, step up in the pocket. Eyes stay downfield. Eyes stay on your progression. Get the ball underneath, all right? Now on the read key, all right, we're going a high-low on a corner. All right, it's a high-low on a corner. The corner shuts his feet down, takes the low. Ball replaces him behind. All right, ball replaces him behind. Again, same thing. Corner starts to bail. He knows ball comes underneath. All right. Any questions there? Anything there? A couple minutes. All right. Anything that came up during this? If you guys aren't going to the chalk talk, anyone have any questions here? Before we head upstairs. Anybody have any questions for Ian? We can have him answer them too. Good? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the time. We're going to have the chalk talk here in a couple minutes. If anything comes up, more than happy to answer any of your questions, but I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Again, like I said before, it's really humbling to get the chance to talk in front of all of you, so I appreciate it.